Hello, this afternoon we wanted to take a few minutes to talk about what it takes to get a church bus license. We have helped many people in the past get their church bus license. I have worked with people that were confident that they could accomplish the whole task from start to finish within 1 week and have done that. And we have also seen other people that have come to the table with very little confidence. But the good news is, with a lot of hard work, some studying, and some practicing, you could obtain a church bus license just like them. The bus driver is a very vital part of the church bus ministry. A bus captain go out and make his visits and get the children ready for church and make sure they're going to be on time. But without that church bus driver, that church bus is never going to leave the parking lot of the church and drive through the community to pick those children up for church. The bus driver is a vital part of that church bus ministry. I know many bus captains that will go out and visit, but they rely on that church bus driver to have that bus ready and pulled up on Sunday morning. That bus driver is one of the first people that a child might see as they get on that bus on Sunday morning. And that smile from that bus driver could be the difference between the child having a good day or a bad day on church that morning. I know some bus drivers that will pass out some candy and give the kid a handshake as he gets on the bus, and then that driver prays for that child throughout the week and is excited about seeing that child get on the next week. So let's talk a few minutes about what it takes to get a church bus license. Whenever you set yourself out for a big task, like maybe remodeling your kitchen or your bathroom, a task like that can seem overwhelming and hard, and you're wondering what you should do. Well, usually it helps to break that project up into a few smaller steps, and before you know it, you're sitting back enjoying what you've accomplished. And the same goes for getting a commercial driver's license. It might seem overwhelming to some people, but if we break it down to some smaller steps, before you know it, you'll be on your way to driving that church bus sitting in your church parking lot. On my website, churchbusbasics.com, under Ministry Helps, I have a section entitled Steps to Getting Your Commercial Driver's License. First of all, I say you should start with something simple. And the first step I say to start with is just going and getting your CDL physical. This is an easy step and it doesn't require any studying. All you got to do is pick up the phone, make an appointment, show up, and get that physical taken care of. For those in the Chesterton area, we have a man that's willing to work with our church and give us a discount on that CDL physical. And he's very flexible with his time. You call him up, give him the time that you can show up, and he'll meet you there. Whether or not it's after work or before work or in the middle of the day on your lunch break. Schedule that appointment and he will get that taken care of for you. After you get that CDL physical taken out of the way, the next thing would be is to pick up that commercial driver's license CDL manual. And I know this manual looks thick and there's a lot of words in there and a lot of terms that are unfamiliar. But the good thing is, all you need to do is study the first 5 sections of that book. But even within that book, the first 5 sections of that book, those terms can be overwhelming. At the BMV, once you've practiced and read through this book, you'll want to take 3 tests at the BMV: the general knowledge test, the passenger test, and the air brake test. Now, we all know at the BMV, those government tests can be worded really goofy and can be hard to understand sometimes. So to help with that, we have a bunch of practice tests that we have downloaded off the internet. And just let me know and we can get those in your hands so that you can start practicing those at home. And I'm pretty confident if you take these practice tests and you study and you can match up the answers with the questions, when you sit down at the BMV, you'll pass those tests with flying colors. For those that are interested and are tech savvy, I even have an app that you can download and I can give you a login for that. And you can practice those tests right from your phone. And it'll keep track of the questions that you've passed and the questions that you're having struggles with. And it'll retest you on those until you can pass every single one of those questions. Another good thing is you don't have to take all those written tests all at once. You can break those up into 3 different sections, 3 different days, or you can take 2 on one day and 1 on another day. But the good thing is, once you've passed all 3 of those written tests and you've gotten your physical, you will be the proud owner of a CDL learner's permit. And with that learner's permit, you can drive with another licensed driver and get behind the wheel of that church bus and start to become familiar with it as it goes down the road. After you've done all that and you've practiced, and you'll have to take a skills test and you'll have to do a pre-trip walk around inspection. This is the section that a lot of people worry about. But if you practice hard and you just go over it and you study and you put some time in, you can pass this last section also. The good thing for those at Fairhaven Baptist Church, we've had a lot of drivers that have passed this test in the past. And lately, I've had 3 drivers come up to me and say, if there's someone that's willing to get their CDL and are having problems and would like some help, we are here to help. And they want to take you under their wings and help you with that walk around inspection and help you learn all the terms and what to say and when to say it and what parts you're looking at when you say those terms. Once you've done all that and you've passed that skills test and that pre-trip inspection, you'll be the proud owner of a commercial driver's license, and you can drive that church bus sitting in your church parking lot. Sometimes you'll have setbacks along the way, but don't lose heart. Keep at it, and if you just keep at it and keep trying, eventually you will succeed. Mike Smith was the bus director at a church when I was a child up in Michigan, and he loved the bus ministry, but since has graduated up into heaven. I remember sitting as a child in bus meeting on Saturday mornings, and often out of his Bible he'd pull the poem, "Don't Quit." Don't quit. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many a failure comes about when he might have won had he stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow, you might succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt, and you never can tell just how close you are. It may seem near when it seems so far. So stick with the fight with your hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. The measure of difficulty in obtaining a commercial driver's license, a lot depends on the attitude of the person trying. Keep your spirits up, practice hard, and study, and before you know it, you'll have the privilege of picking up those children on Sunday morning to bring them to Sunday school. Lastly, I wanted to share a blessing with you. 2 years ago, Pastor Armacost, his father, who was a church bus driver for many years, passed away. He was very adamant about trying to get other people to be a church bus driver just like him and share that burden that he had for others become a church bus driver. He left some money to Fairhaven Baptist Church for 10 people to go and get their CDL so that they could too drive a Fairhaven church bus throughout the community picking up people for church. A few of those slots have been filled up already, but we still have funds available for those that want to become a church bus driver. If you have any questions about your journey of getting a CDL license, reach out to us, let us know, and we'll do whatever we can to help you in obtaining that church bus license.